Welcome into the Sporty Show, ladies and gentlemen. What a tournament the Euros have been so far. I'm joined alongside, first of all, I'm Sarah Pararia. I forgot myself. I was sitting beside a celebrity, Klinton Todd.
Sarah,
how do you feel, Klinton?
No, wait. No, don't even, no. Don't even go there. Listen. Right, guys, that's actually an insider joke, right? You guys will have to pay for me to give you the full gist, but nah. Now, Sarah, but you need to tell me, why did you forget your name? Like, why did you forget to be sincere? What did you drink before coming here this morning?
I don't know what's been happening, but I think I just forgot. Alex Ashmore, the gentleman with the lucky bow tie, maybe?
It's still, obviously, I'm going to wear this every time England play, but it was lucky. And I think maybe that little bit extra luck that we needed last night.
You know, yesterday I said something to you, and I said, I only pray for England to lose the first game just so you're able to stop wearing this stuff, right? And they
I told you, I come with more colours, you know, pink, blue.
Yeah, but wait. But what's the deal? The deal with you and England winning the game is the
red bow tie.
The red one, right? Okay,
yeah. That's the lucky one.
Makes sense. So you think the reason why England won yesterday was because we are putting on the pink one? Is that?
Well, all I'm saying is I wore the red one yesterday. And
sorry, the red one. That's sorry.
It's pink today. It was red yesterday.
It was red yesterday.
Red's
so you think your red one?
Days.
So you feel your red one yesterday was the reason why England won?
So all I'm saying is Jude Bellingham scored and I wore the red bow tie.
So 1 + 1 is 2.
Exactly.
Naturally.
Oh my God.
Guys, remember to follow us on all of our socials. SportyTV will be with you throughout the tournament. Check out our Insta, YouTube, Twitter. And by the way, we have a poll on Twitter right now for all of you viewers on whether or not France will win tonight's game. Will it be France? Will it be Austria? Will it be a draw? So head over there and vote, and we will check it out at the end of the show. Also, we are live next match day, which will be Italy and Spain, as well as Sporty Live. We're going live on television in Nigeria and Ghana. So make sure you follow Sporty Live as well, because we will be covering that match. Let's talk about England, guys.
First of all, if you're going to vote, please do not vote France, okay? I am pleading with you. Vote Austria. Austria for the win.
Okay. Let's talk about England. England beat Serbia yesterday, obviously, Alex. But let's see what our very own Alex Bagley had to say as he was at the match in Germany.
Yes, guys, in the beautiful stadium. After England straight through a 1-0 win, I thought they were going to bash them there. Easy start, Bellingham doing what he does, but England made it difficult. I think they need to control the game more. They need to get some more midfielders on. But to be honest, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham, we've got a chance. Those two together, unbelievable footballers. Shaky day today, not the best performance, but quality goal from Jude Bellingham. And I think with those two together, England's got a chance. It's coming home, maybe coming home.
It's coming home, maybe.
I love the fact that he said maybe, because the truth is, from the performance yesterday, right, it's definitely not even getting to the airport, not to talk about coming home.
Not even getting to the airport. Okay, wait. Before you get into this rant, because I know we both have a lot to say about this, I'm going to go to Alex and ask you, as an English fan, how do you feel about this match? What are some positives you can take away? Because I know we're going to dig right into those negatives later.
Yeah, I think generally you look at the performance on a whole, it wasn't the best performance. We got the win. That's the most important thing. You go through the team, you know, I think the star or the standout players, obviously you look at Jude Bellingham, he was brilliant. He was involved in pretty much everything. He had the most passes in the final third. I was really impressed by Mark Gahey. I think, you know, coming in, no experience at a major tournament for England, he was brilliant. You know, I think he slotted in really well in that centre-back position. I look forward, Bukayo Saka, I think, was brilliant in the first half. Slightly disappointed with Harry Kane. Maybe I want to see him involved more. I think with that, you know, you look at the first half, there are a lot more shorter passes, and I think we're a lot more direct. The second half, we're a lot more, you know, long ball. I think that was the, you know, tactic that Gareth Southgate seemed to use. In the first half, 8% of our balls were long balls. In the second half, it's 12%. So Harry Kane, I feel like when we move to that long ball tactic, he seems a lot more isolated and obviously does a good job of holding up the ball and, you know, laying it off to the wingers. But I think he needs to be involved more, and a certain man who does need to be involved more is Phil Foden. You know, I think we talked about this off air. Jude Bellingham commands that presence. You know, he wants the ball, he's giving the ball away, he's taking passes, he's moving further forward. He obviously got that goal. Phil Foden seemed almost a bit of a shell. I think, you know, when we watch him at City, he's fantastic, and, you know, we know his quality. And if on his day, if he plays well, he can be the best player on the pitch. So we need to see more from that. And, you know, generally, I think there are a lot of positives to take from that. Declan Rice, I think, had a good game. You know, Klinton and I were saying previously that further forward is where we like to see him more. He plays more of an 8 for Arsenal. We don't see him as much as a 6, but, you know, I think there are positives to take from it, and the main thing is we won it. That's all that counts. I think when you look back at the tournament, if we do win this, people won't remember this performance. They'll remember that we won the game.
Fair enough. Let's quickly talk on Jude Bellingham, quickly, because he really was the standout player. He was our SportyTV man of the match, as well as the UEFA man of the match in this match. All over the pitch, dropping the right shoulder, getting into it. Absolutely brilliant performance from Jude, obviously scoring the goal. But it was one Phil Foden that there has been a lot of criticism towards. Let's take a look at what Gareth Southgate had to say about Phil Foden's performance after this match.
Phil popped up really well in the spaces. I thought he did an excellent job in the second half when we were struggling to keep hold of it, and his technical ability to hold the ball for us in a few of those moments was really helpful. So, you know, look, this team is still coming together. Everybody's expecting us to waltz through. There's a lot of hard work ahead. We're short of certain things. We're finding best possible solutions. We've had very complicated run-in to all of this, but the spirit of the group was there for everybody to see tonight.
Klinton, was he watching the same match as us? Because I'm not quite sure based on the performance I saw last night.
Are you guys ready for me to talk now?
Be nice to Phil.
I mean, no, hold on. Because if you notice, I just kept quiet because Alex.
I'm waiting.
No, obviously because we let Alex speak all his grammar and nice English and trying to, you know, make England feel like there were some nice team that maybe didn't give some level of performance that he expected. And usually I would cut in. I would say no, shut up.
You let him have his.
Yeah, just
before you start though, please be nice to Phil.
You see, now they're stopping me again. All right, no, wait.
No, I'm not. Come on.
Are you done talking?
Yeah, go.
My brother, are you done talking? Are you done? Right.
Floor is yours.
Are you also done talking?
Oh, I'm waiting for this.
You're waiting for this. Right. you know when you have a lot to say and you're just trying to figure out where to start.
How to go about it.
Right. First of all, I think that 1-0 win yesterday was a win for Serbia. Mm-hmm. That wasn't an England. Yeah, it's going to go on record that England won the game, but that was a win. Like I watched the game and I was so disappointed with everything that went on in that game. What I expected of England, I saw none of that. The only one player that impressed me yesterday, only one player out of 11 players, it was only Jude Bellingham, right? Jude Bellingham, he's a spectacular man, right? What I saw in his game yesterday was somebody who was very proud to put on the English shirt, that's one. And number two, somebody who was trying to make his parents proud, right? Because I'm sure he knew that the whole world was watching him. They were trying to see, he knew that people were looking at the differences he was going to make on the pitch. And you could see Bellingham trying to get the ball, using the ball, trying to find the passes. He even got a goal, right? He was the only one active person that was on the pitch. And I'm sorry, I need to retract, not the one person. The next person was Bukayo Saka, right? If not for the fact that Bellingham got the goal, I would have said Saka is my man of the match. Okay, because he gave that beauty. You could see what he was doing on that right wing. He was literally passing the defender. 2-3 times I saw him getting in. You know, he was manning up. And he was doing the skill. Like, I saw this leg over he did, and he went past his defender. He was crossing the ball in. That's what. Now, you see, normally, if England did not win the game, and I'm sorry I'm going to actually bring this up now. if they had not won the game, the first person I would have seen on the media, the picture would have been Saka, right?
Of course.
Now, they have won the game yesterday, and we saw everything the young man did in that pitch. I've not seen anything, like I've not seen any publication celebrating Saka. And I could tell you for free that that guy did exceptionally well in that game. Now, where was Phil Foden? As I speak to you, Phil Foden is still in the pockets of somebody I do not know, right? Was he in the game? He was not in the game. As a matter of fact, I watched the whole of that game, and I had to ask somebody, I said, please bring in Phil Foden. And they told me he's playing. I was like, what?
No.
Do you remember the word that I taught you guys yesterday? Now, before I continue, I want you to say it. No.
No be Juju be dead. I'm learning.
Say it again. Say it, but you try with the Nigerian accent.
No be Juju be dead.
Is it dead or is it de?
No, wait. Okay, you say yours. Try
The last word, though, you're saying dead, isn't it de?
Say it again. Say it again.
No be Juju be dead.
It's dead.
No, it's
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said D-E-D at the end.
No be juju be that.
Dad.
No, that. T.
Oh, D-A-T.
T-H-A-T. That.
That.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Can you say
hearing
it?
dad. No, be juju be dead.
Well, exactly. Now, when I asked them the question, can you bring in Phil Foden? They said Phil Foden was in the game already.
Yeah.
In my head, the first thing that came to my head was, no be juju be that. Like, this man was in the game. We saw nothing. Now, who am I to blame? I'm not going to blame Phil Foden. It doesn't take away the fact that he's a spectacular player, right? He's performed for every single Manchester City game, you see him popping out. But why would you play him on the left wing, for Christ's sake? Gary Southgate is my problem here, right? And then you come on the media telling them that he did what? What did he do on that pitch yesterday? Nothing. But then again, on the other hand, right, Gary Southgate coming to boost his confidence is good. I'm not going to see that as him telling the truth, but I'll see it as somebody trying to help a player to say, yo, I know you've not done well, but I'm still going to encourage you. So next game, maybe I've put you on the wrong wing. The next time, I'm going to put you on the right. Fam, you had people that could have played that particular place Foden was playing, and they would have delivered excellently well. We had Bukayo Saka on the right, and every single ball that was coming through the 80-yard box of the opponent was coming through Bukayo Saka. Now, imagine if you had exactly the same thing on the left. Maybe you would have probably had 3 goals. If you had a player who, let's say, for example, you bring in Chukwueze, for example, who you know it's somebody who has performed times without number for Crystal Palace, coming from that part of the field, he would have delivered. But why did you keep Phil Foden there for that long, knowing that he was not delivering what you expected? For what?
I think there's always that expectation. When you look at Phil Foden, you've seen him produce so well for Manchester City this season. Like you said, I think there's always that hope that, you know, maybe he's just getting into the game, he's being a bit slow to get into things, and he will come good.
But normally this is not Phil Foden though. Phil Foden he's not the kind of player that needs time to get into the game. Like, how many times have you seen him play for Manchester City and he's trying to find time to get into the game? No, the problem here is you've put him in a place he's not used to. When was the last time Phil Foden played from the left wing? And then you come into an important match like that you need a proper win, not a 1-0 win. You need that at least a 3, because you never know what's going to happen in your brain. It might be that the goals might save you at some point, right? And you put him on the left wing for what? And then Alexander-Arnold, he's now playing. I mean, he had a decent game. Harry Kane only had one opportunity, which was a header that hit the woodwork, and he bounced out, right? But apart from that, Harry Kane was nothing in that game yesterday. Why? Why did you not bring in Cole Palmer?
I think this is what's going to be the issue with England, is that when managers take their time to make subs, when they should be making these subs around the 60th minute, this is what could get England in trouble. And we've spoken about Southgate and how, I'm definitely concerned about England because of him. And I agree with Klinton. The lack of substitutions, rather, is concerning because, yes, you're up 1-0 against Serbia. Why not bring in a player like Cole Palmer? He's been brilliant for Chelsea this season. Why not give him a chance? We know he can score goals. And Harry Kane wasn't having a good day. Again, a player that we thought was going to show up, and he wasn't there. The wasting time situation could get sticky for England if this continues, because Southgate, with his loyalty to these players, I don't know.
I think, I agree. I think You come off that first half performance, I think England would have been happy. It wasn't the best, but I think they were definitely better in the first half than the second half. It was night and day, the difference. I think, you look at the amount of times that they were in and around that Serbia penalty area in the first half compared to the second half. It was unbelievably different. They only lost the ball 25 times in that sort of middle. If you're talking about the defensive third, you cut it into thirds. They only lost the ball 25 times in the first half. You look at the stats in the second half, 42 times they lost the ball. It's night and day, and I think when you talk about this reaction, the first 5-10 minutes, I think you have to be making a change, and that midfield is key. Harry Kane was very isolated up top. He was struggling to get involved in the game. He had one shot on target. For a striker of his prowess, he should be, 3 shots at least, maybe 2 on target, and he should be getting on the score sheet against a team, with all due respect, like Serbia.
Yeah.
England should be winning 3 or 4-0 comfortably, like my prediction. But when I look at that midfield, I just think there needs to be a bigger link, a stronger link between the strikers and the midfield. And I think someone like Cole Palmer does do that. We've seen him so well for this, for Chelsea this season. I feel like there needs to be more reactionary change, but quicker reactionary change. This is more, oh yes, we've got substitutes, let's use them in the minute, 65, 70. And I think that would be one of my criticisms of Gareth Southgate from yesterday.
You see, while we speak about England, I would also, feel. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to give credits to Serbia because, what I
was
expected.
getting there.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
Go for it. Please, come on.
That's to tell you that the spirit, there's the spirit leads. When the Holy Ghost comes in, you can't.
Spirit leads.
Now, fact is, Serbia, I would never expect them to play to the level they played yesterday. These guys were beast. They were on some kind of beast mode level, right? Like all the Vich. I feel, after I watched them, I felt like my next child in my life, the ending of their name would end up with a Vich. Because, everybody was a Vich.
Well, you've already given away one of your first child, haven't you?
No, come on, no, Alex, don't do that, fam. Nah, fam, don't say that, fam. Like, my son is watching this stuff. Come on, man.
Don't bring your son back into it. You got in trouble last time.
Well, thank God I have 2. If I've lost one, there's still one left, and I'm going to make one that's going to end up with the name Vich. Uprovic. Like, those guys were magical, man. Jesus Christ. Like, listen, those guys shouldn't be on the pitch. They should be in a war. They should be carrying guns. Like, I saw them. They were playing like soldiers on the pitch. Like, they held England down. They made England feel like an average team. Now, in as much as I'm blaming Gareth Southgate for the kind of formation the players he selected, the fact that he's not been able to make the best subs that he should have done to change the game, which I don't understand what kind of man it's almost like every single time I watch Gareth Southgate and his decisions, it's like something keeps dropping. He keeps dropping the bar, right? How do you have Cole Palmer, who has produced 33 goals and assists in a season? He's just chilling there. This is somebody that people want to watch. This is somebody that people want to see replicate everything he's done with Chelsea on the pitch for England. You don't understand how much I waited to see Cole Palmer get on that pitch because I knew Cole Palmer is the kind of person that he must find some way for something to work for him on the pitch. He will do it. I mean, he's always the guy that's always outstanding for Chelsea. If you play him in where he wants to play, he will play out his heart. This is Cole Palmer. And you could clearly see that it wasn't happening for Phil Foden. What stopped you from making the change? Everybody kept on screaming. I was going through social media and people were saying all kinds of things like, see, Gareth Southgate should better not go online to see what people wrote about him.
Oh, no.
If he does it, he will quit his job, number one, and then he's probably going to divorce his wife straight up because his wife will not be able to keep up with him because he's going to be dead depressed. People were telling you, get this man in. How would you have Chukwueze? And then you have Cole Palmer, both chilling there. And then
you're talking about Eze?
The guy from Crystal Palace?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
Eberichi
Eze, Jesus. There was an Eze in it, though. Come on, man. There was, where I come from, Chukwueze, Eberichi Eze, they're all the same, man. Jesus, cut me that crap, bruv. But yeah, no, they should have brought in Eze. They should have brought in Cole Palmer. I'm sure the game would have changed. Now, you're speaking about Declan Rice earlier, right? I mean, obviously, we had a conversation. Declan Rice, he had an all right game. But the question there is, there are some kind of tactical passes that you would expect from a defender. And we've seen him do it with Arsenal. That, yeah, he was making passes. He had a few passes completed. But for me, there are passes, and there are passes that will lead to goals. There are passes that will disorganize defense. You could see that you're playing against soldiers. And you need to be thinking ahead. Yesterday, what I saw was they knew everything England would do. And if you want to play a team like that, you would have to think differently. And I did not see that yesterday. Saka, if he had given me a goal, Saka would have been my man of the match. Now, Bellingham, the reason he's my man of the match is only because I saw him playing out his heart on the pitch. I saw him trying to find the ball. I saw him trying to do some kind of skills that means he's opening up the fence and trying to link up passes. I saw him, he scored.
He was cleaning up a lot too, like chasing back.
No, he was chasing back.
And
if you notice, he was fouled a lot of the times. Why? Because he was having the ball a lot of the time. Now, for you to get fouled, you see, Jude Bellingham is somebody who, with what he's done with Real Madrid, any team he's playing against, he would be the guy that they'll watch out for to say, yo, look out for this man. And you could clearly tell that the moment he held the ball, the next thing that was going to happen is they're trying to come foul him or something. He nearly even had a fight yesterday. Did you see it?
The shoulder drop.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, they rough-handled him. They were doing all of that because he was the one that was. Oh, man, OK, I think I'm talking
I think the thing you make the point about Declan Rice, obviously, I think he had a good game, I think it's fair to say, but playing in that more defensive role. Obviously, against a team like Serbia, I think England should be looking to be more attacking, should be looking to put them to the sword. But I think when you come up against teams later on in the competition, France, maybe if the bracket comes out that we face, you know, Spain or the Netherlands or whoever we end up facing, those stronger teams, I think when you have someone like Declan Rice playing in that more defensive role, if he's playing alongside Trent, who maybe will roam forward a little bit more, I think it's useful to have someone like Declan Rice just in front of the defence, just to give that extra layer of support. Because, like we said, although we've seen him play a bit further forward at Arsenal, and I think he offers a brilliant aspect to that midfield going forward, I just think to offer that extra layer to the defence, I think it's something useful that England need to have when they're playing against tougher teams.
I'm just looking at the Group C, and I'm just because I watched Slovenia versus Denmark, and I saw the quality. The game I watched was literally
interesting that Denmark has the Italian flag and Slovenia has the Albanian flag. Calling us out right now for that one.
No, I saw the game between Denmark and Slovenia, and that game was.
Can I say something really quick about that game?
Sorry, please.
We'll jump right to it because England will be playing Denmark next, and as Klinton said, 1-0 draw. Christian Eriksen. This to me was a story of yesterday, not England, because he scored 1,100 days on the day after he suffered his cardiac arrest in the last Euros. And now he's scoring the opening goal for Denmark in this tournament. To me, this is what football's all about. This is beautiful, and it brings people together, and it's so it's honestly a miracle, and it's amazing to see. So hats off to Christian Eriksen, because it's really the most heartwarming story, seeing what he has gone through and where he is now, and brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Christian Eriksen, I don't understand why he would show them kind of performances for his country, but when it comes to Manchester United, it's almost like, maybe club football versus country football is probably very different. But yeah, he only had a very obvious chance yesterday that he should have scored, and
the cross that he
literally played, and that's he had a very exceptional game. Now, if he was having a bad game and he did that, I would have been saying, why is he getting paid to play football? Straight up. I mean, that's usually me. I feel like there are things that myself, who is not a professional footballer, I am just a footballer who is a professional. Like, facts.
Can we get an admission there? Clinton Cod.
No,
honestly,
that's something they need to write on the screen. I am not a professional footballer, but I've
You're a footballer who plays...
Yeah, I'm a footballer that plays... Was that how I said it?
Now,
you guys are not good students,
No,
man.
you've messed...
Wait. I said I am not a professional footballer.
I'm a professional.
But I play football...
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you know what?
You play football like a professional. That's what you said, I think.
Was that?
Well,
it's
yet to be seen. So until
I've told you guys that anytime you're ready, I will show. I mean, I've shown Ben our TV producer. I've showed him what I could do. He was amazed. He even felt like, yo, I don't understand what Klinton is doing in the studio. He should be signed to Real Madrid, actually. I mean, this literally, I'm saying quotes, exactly how he said it. He said, yo, you shouldn't be here.
You're bringing back the age of Galactico signing.
No. I mean, trust me. If I go to Real Madrid today, nobody will remember Jude Bellingham. Fact.
Wow.
Like, this is not even Jude Bellingham is only shining because obviously tell me who are his competitors in his team. Just be sincere. Woo! Like who would you say?
That England squad.
Who would you say is like oh yeah, I think something has come. I'm not a professional football. Oh, they don't even remember the other part of it.
That's all they need. I'm not a professional footballer. Okay, listen, Denmark and Slovenia, though, you said you really enjoyed the match, and obviously screamer from Erik Janza, that was a great goal as well. One of the ones so far in the tournament, I think. Outside of the box, just pinging it in.
Yep.
But again, I think we said yesterday, all of us, Denmark should win this comfortably. And no, it's not. Nothing is going to be easy in this tournament. And you learn that as you watch all these matches. Obviously, they drew. England won, so Serbia is at the bottom of this group. But I mean, I'm curious to see how England will fend against Denmark now because that's their next match. And Denmark need a win coming off of a draw. I think it's going to get difficult. I think we said yesterday with Jack and Uroš that this game was going to be the most difficult for both these two teams, but I'm thinking England might have it a bit more trickier against Denmark.
You know, when Uroš was speaking about
Serbia
yesterday, he gave us the impression, I wouldn't really say he gave us the impression, it was almost like he said it in a way that, yeah, definitely they were going to lose the game, but they were going to put up a fight, right? And just after watching their team play, I feel like he should have, maybe the next game, he should go more on the side of we are definitely winning anybody. I feel Serbia, they are capable of winning anybody in that group. Easily.
Yeah. Easily.
Like, from what I saw that yesterday, they would win. I see them being able to even go head-to-head with France. Fact.
Wow.
No, I'm like, you don't understand how much I was impressed. I had to put up a post on my Instagram story.
Wow,
because usually it's very difficult for me to do that, right? But for me to take a picture of your team playing, to say, yo, I am super impressed. If I was the president of their country, I would bring every single player, give them a brand new BMW 2024 to say, yo, I love what you have done on that pitch. I understand that you lost the game, but for England, that's not a loss to me. I feel like that's a win for Serbia. That's to say to them that, yo, if we're able to put England on check, we can win anybody in this tournament.
Absolutely.
Easy. Facts.
I think when you look at that group now, I think if you'd have asked me a week ago, I would have said England finishing first.
Yep.
I think that's obvious one, but I would have probably put Denmark finishing second. Now, looking at it after this first performance, I know it's only match day one of the group stage. I could see Serbia clinching that second spot because
absolutely.
Arguably England is the best team in that group. I think that's probably fair to say. Their performance against England, it was good enough. And I think if they play like that against Denmark, I think they can win. Denmark, maybe they will turn things around. I think Christian Eriksen obviously is a key part in that. But you look at, Serbia's performance. I think they deserve their flowers.
Yeah, absolutely. Group C is wide open, so very excited to see match day 2 in this group. But let's talk about another group. Let's talk about the Netherlands, because Klinton has the Netherlands winning the Euros this year. And after yesterday's performance, a 2-1 win to Poland, I'm not so sure. Klinton, we were all together watching the match yesterday.
Yes.
Poland scored first. In the end, Netherlands did come back and win that game.
Which I predicted, though, remember?
Yes, an early goal. We do speak about this here often, but not convincingly.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more.
Absolutely. I mean, I looked at the squad for Netherlands, and with my prediction, I feel like they should be winning the Euros. That's what I've said, right? But after watching the game yesterday,
you're looking to change that prediction now.
And then I saw something this morning that even made me feel like, I ain't supporting Netherlands. I saw the coach, Koeman, that way it's called. Wait. Is that video coming on screen by any chance? It's on the screen. Oh, my God.
No. I actually can't be bothered with this.
Oh, man, I wish they would let me drink water on set. Jesus Christ, man. No, for that behavior, Klinton, who have predicted that Netherlands would win the Euros, because of this clip, I have retracted. I've taken back my words. And I will give you the country I'm hoping to win the Euros in the future. Maybe not today. I'm going to do my research. Obviously, I saw the lineup for Netherlands before I gave my prediction. And when I watched the game yesterday and then saw this Koeman stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is God saying to me, ditch Netherlands. Now, let's talk about the game itself.
Yeah.
I was looking up to a couple of players yesterday to turn up. Now, the first one being, what's his name?
Memphis Depay.
Memphis Depay.
Did you see what it was written on the back of that headband, by the way?
Oh, what was written on it?
Who cares?
For real?
Yes.
Oh, so that's why he was playing like an idiot. Damn! Listen, he is very skillful.
Yeah.
And I love a couple of skills I saw him do yesterday. Because for me, I love seeing, like I said, football is entertainment, right? I want you to be able to give me a show whilst you score goals, right? This is something I want to see. I saw it yesterday, but the question is, what was the end product of everything you did? There were a few times I expected him to make runs at the 18-yard box, get the defenders, run behind them, make sure you're pulling out people. And man was just standing there, doing what? And then he had one opportunity where he was meant to be scoring, and you're shooting it into the... Like, Memphis Depay is somebody who I had extreme hopes for, but since he's been hanging around all these American hip-hop artists, hanging around Davido... Now, if he was hanging around only Davido, right? Davido is a winner, okay? But, you know, you could see that man is just living life, and you can't even... I don't understand what he's now doing on the pitch. And trust me, if they had lost the game yesterday, he would have been one of the people I would be blaming. Because there were a few decisions he was making yesterday that were just absolutely poor. They were rubbish.
I think going off that, I'd like to give some credit to Wout Weghorst.
Oh.
I think when I look at his, obviously, United, he got a tough time.
Yeah.
He's not quite found his feet. He's gone on loan. I think, when you look at the stats leading up until his substitution, they had 20 shots. Only 3 of them were on target until he came on, and then obviously he got the winner. I think when you look at an out-and-out striker and you look at that number 9, when you think of football maybe 10, 15 years ago, I think he embodies that typical number 9. We see it with some of the other strikers in this competition. I do feel like Wout Weghorst could play a more important role going forward for the Netherlands. I think Depay disappointed, obviously. And, he has the quality to be a good player. He has the ability, but I think Wout Weghorst has maybe proven a point to Ronald Koeman that he deserves more of a starting role in that team.
Well, we saw what he did against Argentina in that quarterfinal, rather. Sorry. I mean, it's definitely like a solid substitution for maybe like a 75th minute. Yeah. We need a goal. Yeah. Bring him in. He's proven himself, and he likely will be that guy for them. It's not a bad guy to have on the bench, absolutely. But, yeah, Memphis Depay, not too pleased with. Xavi Simons, I think could have had a better game. I'm really happy he's getting the start because he absolutely should be. But, the likes of Jeremy Frimpong, what do you guys expect for the future of him in this tournament? Because he's obviously losing out his position right now to Denzel Dumfries.
I think when you look at that Netherlands squad as a whole, I think obviously the defence did put up a good effort. I think Poland tested them. I don't think we expected Poland to test them as much, but I think the big miss in that squad was Frankie de Jong. I think when we see that link between the defence and the strikers, I really feel like he's that glue in the middle, and you notice that difference yesterday. He's obviously, I think he's done well for Barcelona, maybe not set the world alight in Spain, but he's been a solid player, and I really think that when you look at that midfield, they lack that cutting edge, that forward pass in the final third, and I think Frankie de Jong is the player that they're going to miss the most at this Euros.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, Netherlands have to take on France the next time they play, so we will see how that goes. But Ronald Koeman, you are a dirty, dirty man. I don't want to see any more of that.
Oh, no way,
we can't be having that. But today, we have France and Austria, big match of the day, guys, as well as Belgium and Slovakia. And starting it all off with Ukraine and Slovenia. Let's start off with France and Austria. Obviously, Kylian Mbappe picking up an illness, but he's saying he is going to be ready to return. I expect Kylian Mbappe to be on that pitch. I think it would take, him losing a limb not to show up for France. Austria, obviously, no David Alaba in this tournament. Lots of pressure on players like Marcel Sabitzer after the season he's had, and he's been brilliant. But I don't think Austria will be able to match the French squad and just every position. They have probably about 3 players for each position.
I think when you look at that Austria squad, it's not just David Alaba. I think Schlager as well is a big miss. I think when you look at the goals, I really see them struggling. I think Gregoritsch, obviously 8 in his last 12, I feel like is good form coming into the Euros. But when you look at the defences he's going to be coming up against, I'm sure Klinton will have some words to say about Upamecano.
I was just waiting to speak about my man.
I think when I look at the Austria squad, obviously Ralf Rangnick had a tough time at United. He's not quite,
Did anyone not have a tough time at United?
It's true.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going to say that a lot.
That's
But
true.
when I look at Ralf Rangnick and the squad they have, I feel like they could do well. But with the group they're in, I just see them struggling. And France with the quality, even though Mbappe, I was surprised to hear him say that maybe, he was talking about mentally he's fully there, but physically maybe, he said, maybe let's see if my feet can be there for me. I feel like, when I hear a player say something like that, it's surprising. But with a player like he is, he's going to turn up, he's going to score goals. Griezmann in that squad, I feel like France would just be too much for Austria.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll give you guys our predictions at the end of the show and we will get back to that Twitter poll. Clinton?
I mean, I look at why does he have to be Upamecano, man? Jesus Christ. No, you see, I only watched one game from Upamecano, and that was, since then, I saw his vision. I saw, being a central.
Sorry, what game was this?
I can't even remember, but it was he was.
Wasn't the Canada game or the Luxembourg game?
No. I think this.
Couldn't have been a Bayern game.
It was definitely a Bayern game.
Was it? Well, they've been shocking this season. So.
I think, but it wasn't this season though. I think
this
it was like a previous season or something. Okay. And I watched the game. Funny enough, that particular game, he had a bad game before this game I watched, right? So when I watched this previous one, everybody criticized Upamecano to the point where he got subbed off. He had one of the most terrible games I had seen him have in his career, right? He was so bad. Like, he couldn't even make a pass. So whenever he tried to make a pass, he was passing it to the opponent, right? And then the next game, I was scared that he would never have the opportunity to be on a pitch again after the previous game he had, right? And when they put him on this particular Bayern match, I watched him, and that day he did no mistake. Every single passes he made, I'm not talking about passes to your teammate that's just next to you there. I was talking about passes from defense, going through like 3 midfielders and getting to your player. This was the kind of passes I saw him do. Now, these are the kind of passes that you as a player, you would be scared. You have to be a person like Toni Kroos. You have to be somebody like Luka Modric to be able to have that kind of, confidence to lay such passes. And I saw Upamecano making those passes in this particular game. And that was the day I said, no, this guy has something in him. Yeah, that if he has a bad game, I will see it as a normal thing for any player to have. And if you want to give your 100% and you want to play like somebody who wants to enjoy a game, he would give you a God-level player kind of. And every single time I see a squad and there's Upamecano, I mean, he's not one of the popular players anybody will speak about. I'm sure you guys are surprised I always speak about this guy. But I've seen something in him. And the reason I'm going to actually watch the French game today is to see the kind of game he's going to be having, apart from the popular guys like Kylian Mbappe, Griezmann, and the rest of them. These are the people we already know what would happen. We know if Mbappe would come with only 1 foot and he's going to play better than people that have 4 foot. Fact. Like, there's no need to say, everybody knows Mbappe will want to perform. Mbappe would always deliver. Mbappe's worst game is probably some people's best games, right? That's how good he is. Griezmann, on the other hand, is on another level, right? Griezmann is a world-class player, right? Looking at Austria, France, who is going to go with the win today? Everybody knows it has to be France. But this Euros, anything can happen.
Anything can
Just the same way we're speaking about England and Serbia today. Maybe by the end of today, we might come back tomorrow morning and be like, God damn, man.
I mean, no one expected France to lose to Switzerland on penalties at the last Euros.
Yeah.
I think,
So you see.
something like that happened.
So you see.
I doubt it as much. I think also when you look at that France squad, you talk about Upamecano. I look at William Saliba. He's had a fantastic season with Arsenal. Arguably one of the top, if not the top centre-back in the Premier League. I look at Theo Hernandez, Jules Koundé. I think those fullbacks really link up well with the wide players they have. And it's not just Mbappe. We know he can do it on his own. And if it's just Mbappe, France can win with Mbappe. But it's not just that. It's Griezmann, it's Mbappe, it's the wide players. It's Jules Koundé, Theo Hernandez.
Ousmane Dembele.
France have, you look at those options on the wing, the pace that they have, the options that they have. If one option doesn't work, they go to the next option, they go to the next option. France could put out a second team and still go very far in the Euros. That's how good they are.
I could put out a third team.
100%. I totally agree with that 100%. I mean, I'm so looking forward to France playing today.
I'm hoping for like some really class football, because I think I was just thinking now when you guys were talking about, you know, all the upsets or shocks rather. I think the team that has been the best at this moment is Germany. I also, though, think Scotland has been the worst. So I think it was like...
Sorry. Let me just cut you from there quickly, right? Sorry, you've said that the best so far is Germany, right? Yeah. Now, yes, we would agree, Germany, Spain, you know, there's...
It's between the two of them.
It's between the both of them,
For sure.
But hang on. Is the later... What you said later about you don't think the worst so far? What? Fam, you mentioned Scotland. Yeah. You said Scotland, you don't think they are the worst.
I said they are the worst.
Oh, right, okay, sorry.
Sorry, can you pay attention? Okay, we're live.
No. You know your accent is Canadian, and sometimes I have to think, you know, I'm an African man, you see. I know I've lived in England.
No, I was saying, though, that like that was probably the best performance and the worst performance.
Oh, yes,
so it was
absolutely.
very polarizing because it was like, you know, you had the two opposites. I mean, Spain would probably be the second, but I don't think Croatia were as bad as Scotland, right? So I'm curious to see France playing, obviously, this evening as the favorite of the tournament, going against Austria. Are we going to be back tomorrow being like, well, guys, they're so good?
I mean, this is what I hope to see.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want a game where you watch and what you expected to happen is exactly what happens. It will feel like, then where's the excitement? That makes sense. Like, right now, everybody is written off Austria to say, just the same way everyone wrote off Serbia to say, no, England, and then they put up a very big fight. Now, with this one, we've written off Austria. What if tonight, watch the game and the first goal that goes in is from Austria?
Well, I didn't write off Serbia, by the way. I said it was going to be 2-1 for England. A one-goal differential. You said 5-0, and you said, or 5-1, and you said 4-0. So I'm not sure who's writing off who here, but
we've got blind faith.
I genuinely, I can't believe it. But no, there's two more teams left that I want to see. Obviously, as the group stage continues, yes, France, and I want to see Portugal tomorrow. I'm ready to see what they bring. We will get into that tomorrow, previewing that game heavily, obviously, but I'm excited to see these two. Let's quickly talk about the next two matches today. Obviously not as spicy, let's say, as the France-Austria game, but we have Ukraine and Romania. And my question to you guys is, I think with Ukraine, everyone has them as a dark horse. Do you guys actually think that they are going to be this dark horse finally? That, you know, there's a lot of pressure. They have a lot of good players in Sudakov, Dovbyk, Zinchenko, Lunin, their keeper, Champions League winner. What are you guys expecting from this match?
I think Ukraine, I put them down as favourites to win this one. I look at Romania defensively. You look at Dragusin, I think that's their
star boy.
That's the focal point of their defence.
Yeah.
I think just going forward, I think they struggle. And the only chance that maybe if I'm, you know, giving my team talk to the Romania team, I think what they have to do is just be solid defensively and not concede in that first half an hour. If you make life difficult for Ukraine, obviously they've got options. You talk about Dovbyk, Mudryk, you know, there's so many talented options in that Ukraine team. I just think if maybe life gets a little bit difficult to them, it's got to maybe 60 minutes, 70 minutes, and it's still 0-0, I think that's the way that Romania have got to go about things, frustrating Ukraine and making the forward play not easy. Because if you make it easy for them, those players will link up. And we've seen Dovbyk in La Liga this season. He's been fantastic. And Mudryk maybe hasn't performed to the levels that we know he can for Chelsea, but he's still shown glimpses of it. So, yeah, for Romania, they've got to make life difficult for Ukraine. Otherwise, it could be embarrassing.
Well, looking at that game, I don't think there's a lot to speak about it. If Ukraine does not win the game, then I don't think there's any reason why they should be in the Euros, honestly. I've written off Romania already. I think Romania should be playing in my Sunday league back in Luton. 100%. I know if I put a team together, if I bring in Ben, bring in Lewis, bring in Elias. I mean, Elias, I was told he's shit at football, but trust me, I would put people. Man, I would even get Sara to be my
Get
goalkeeper.
is insane
No,
after you just said that Elias can't play.
No, I mean, but that's what I was told. I've never seen him play, but somebody gossiped. This what they told me. They said is.
But I'm
rubbish.
below this person.
No,
Crazy.
I don't know. But if we put up people together, right, I'm sure we would beat Romania easy, like easy. Fam, if I put Sarah as a goalkeeper, or actually, okay,
Well, that's gonna be long. That'll be long for you guys.
No, I'll put you as a goalkeeper, right? Then maybe Ben is also rubbish, but maybe he will play defense for me, right? I mean, I tested him the other day. Look at how he was breathing hard. He couldn't even make one pass. He couldn't even play the ball straight to me, right? But trust me, if we put these people together, right, all of us here, we will beat Romania easy, right? So if Ukraine cannot deliver a win today, then I see no reason why. Then first of all, Modric, I would expect him to have, some kind of sweet, easy, enjoy himself on the pitch today, and I would expect him to at least deliver a goal, hopefully.
All right, well, to any Romanian fans watching, please come for Klinton Claude. Explain why your team could beat...
Do you know what the great... Romania is actually one of the countries I've traveled to most time. There was a time I was going there like probably every 2 weeks, who knows, right? So
I thought that was Poland.
No, it was Poland was one. Romania.
Poland and Romania. We
Bucharest in Romania is probably my best. There's a place in Romania in Bucharest called Thames. It's like a water park. My God, listen, I enjoyed myself all the few times I've been there, and I feel sad, bad-mouthing them right here today, right? But the truth is, y'all know me. I like saying the truth. They have one of the best parts in Bucharest or whatever. I've enjoyed myself. It doesn't mean their football team are good. They could be good at this aspect in the country, and they'll be rubbish in the other side. When it comes to football, trust me, they are going nowhere in this stuff. Sorry, Romania, but I think you guys are just going to increase your fitness on that pitch today. Not because you're not playing because you want to win. You're playing because you just want you want to do some cardio. Just see it as a cardio stuff, or just see that you've take your players, you've traveled to a whole different country for holiday or something, meet other players, meet other stars, and go back home. It's as simple, man.
Those are fighting words. Finally, the last match of today, we will be talking about Belgium and Slovakia. And gentlemen, I think Belgium are one of the teams that probably have the biggest point to prove, because I think it's been since I was a young girl that Belgium are the dark horse of this tournament. And it's something that we constantly hear. And I'm curious to see how they do, because I don't have a lot of hope that they're going to be going far. I see them exiting probably around the quarterfinals furthest. But I think this is going to be a very interesting tournament for them, because one player in particular, Leandro Trossard, I think he may be their saving grace. We've seen what he's done with Arsenal this season. Coming in and just cleaning up a mess, scoring a goal when he is needed. I would like to see if that transitions to his national side as well.
Yeah, I think when you look at this Belgium squad, they've been so close yet so far. It feels like every year they're tipped to be...
Every year they're the dark horse
yeah.
Belgium.
I think when you look at that squad, I think you've got to look towards the main men. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne is fantastic. We know his ability. I think Lukaku...
Kevin De Bruyne, when you're speaking about Kevin De Bruyne is probably one of, would like to say the top two best midfielder in the world.
You could argue he is the best.
He's probably the best, exactly. I feel like he's the best currently.
But for Manchester City.
But I think he does also convert that form over to the national team. I think when you look at Tedesco's reign, coming in, he's only had 14 games in charge. He's won 10 of them. That's some good form. They beat Germany for the first time since 1954. You look at Lukaku's scoring form coming into this in the qualifying. He's got a good run, although he's maybe not had the best of seasons. He can't quite find his feet at a club. He's been on loan at Roma this season. I feel like when you look at his scoring form for the national team in the qualifiers, I think it shapes well for a Belgian win. I would like to see them tested more in the knockout stages to see whether they are good enough to go to the latter, maybe semi-finals and even the final. But who knows, if that Belgian team plays well on their day, no one can beat them.
I think Lukaku's an interesting one to look at, because the last Euros he was miserable. It was a very out of form Lukaku. So now, as you mentioned, maybe not in having his best season, but I think way better than what we saw 3 years ago at the 2020 Euros. Slovakia, are we Are we assuming this is a Belgium win, Klinton? Say it with your chest.
Come on, it's an easy win though. Like I would see Slovakia against Belgium to literally be like Romania to me, if you ask me. Looking at the kind of the caliber of players that you have in Belgium, come on, what would you expect? Now, you just mentioned Lukaku. Yeah, Lukaku's had some funny times in the past. Now, I don't know his history with regards to playing in the Euros, but I talk about what he's done with the teams he's been playing for recently, especially with Roma, right? You would see that he's currently seriously on form. As a matter of fact, I was saying to a friend of mine who's a very diehard Chelsea fan, I said, who you need right now in Chelsea is to bring back Lukaku. Because
that is the sort of thing you look at. Chelsea and Man United, who struggled, but I think that's probably unfair of me to say that he's struggled of late with club football. He scored 21 goals this season. In Serie A, although Roma maybe didn't quite reach the heights that they wanted to, I think he really found his feet, especially under Mourinho and then under Daniele De Rossi.
Yeah. Now, I would. You see, one thing about Lukaku is he has everything you would want from a striker, right? He's got the height, he's got the physique, he's got the strength, and he's not the kind of striker that you would say every single time he misses heavy chances. Lukaku would bury chances usually, right, when he's on form. Yeah. And looking at the kind of team they have. Oh my God! There's a guy called Jeremy Doku, right?
I'm happy you brought him up.
Yeah, he's somebody I cannot wait to see. Jeremy Doku still gives me the vibe of the kind of players that we watched when we were growing up. So I'm talking about the playmakers on the pitch,
Loves
right?
to cut.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you will see he has some I don't know. There's a guy that used to play for Newcastle that's left to Saudi. That used to play from the left wing, just like Jeremy Doku. Saint Maximin, right? When you see Saint Maximin play and you see Doku, there's some similarity in the kind of things they do on the pitch. You would see boldness. You would see they are fearless, right? They could see two defenders or a midfielder and a defender standing in front of them, and they say, "No, I'm taking you on." This is Jeremy Doku, and it's going to be a very huge problem for the defense of what's it called of Slovakia. Right? If you have Jeremy Doku coming from the left, you have Trossard. I mean, usually Trossard plays from the left, though, right? So the question now is, Jeremy Doku is good at playing from the right as well, right? He plays from anywhere. I think he uses his 2 foot, right? If I can remember. Now, if you have these two and you have Lukaku, then Kevin De Bruyne. If you cannot win with this team, get out, man. Like, go home.
This is the story, though, right? This has been ongoing for like the last 10 years or so. So I'm curious to see. We'll see what happens with Belgium. But let's go back to France and Austria, gentlemen, for our predictions. Klinton, and I don't know if we can pull this graphic up, but right now, Klinton and Alex are not doing so well with our predictions for our match of today. We'll try and get that graphic up. But in the meantime, Klinton, what is your score prediction for France and Austria? Oh, here we go. So the viewers are beating all of us. So clearly we don't know anything. Then we have myself, Gary, and Alex from Manchester, all at 3 points. Klinton with 2 and Alex at 1. I mean, the 5-1 England, probably, or the 4-0 England probably didn't help you there.
I think that was a bit more blind faith.
Yeah. That's where we stand right now. Klinton, score prediction, France, Austria.
I think for France, I'm giving it a 3-1.
3-1 for France?
Yeah.
I'm going 4-0 France. 3-0 France. I think.
Sorry.
Okay, all right.
No, I went 3-0. I went 3-0.
You
sorry.
are a fraud.
No, sorry. Because this is obviously my prediction from before we started, so I'm still going by my 3-0 lead to France.
Okay, so you and Alex are both going 3-0.
Yes.
I'm going 2-0. Gary's going 3-1, giving a goal to Austria. Alex is going 1-0, and then the viewers are going 5-0.
Hang on, let's touch on that. Alex going for 1-0 Austria.
Sorry, I said 1-0 France. My apologies. Yeah, 1-0 Austria. All right, well, listen, we like to mix it up a bit. I'm just pulling up the Twitter poll here to see how the viewers believe that this game is going to end. And 92% have said France. 2% have said Austria, and 6% have gone for a draw. Klinton, it seems like they didn't listen to you.
Well, I mean, the 2% that went for Austria, just for the jokes, part of it was actually me. Yes, because the truth is, you never know. It's football, you never know, right? So I'm trying to just stay at the fence, right? So just in case, I can clearly tell you that I'm part of the 2% that voted in for Austria. Now, if it goes the other way, hopefully it's going to be my 3-0 win to France, and I'll also come here to tell you.
We need those points, don't we?
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm just happy that I'm above the super football pundits, the guy who knows every single stuff about football. I'm above him when it comes to prediction. So yeah, I'm happy. I mean, what could a man ask for though? Like, do you know what it means for you to be above
Am I not a
Alex?
super football pundit?
Oh, sorry. I mean, no. Right. Okay. Right.
Getting
yes,
just taken upon my accent,
but
and I don't know anything about
you are
football.
above me on the podium. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
because
the
I'm a
person-
super football pundit.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You are a super. Yeah. You are super perfecto.
Perfecto, yeah. All right, guys. Well, we will be back again tomorrow previewing, I think, what is the dark horse match of matches in Turkey and Georgia. And, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo, Klinton's favorite player. And
Wait. That's not going. No, wait. Oh,
I knew it was going to get interrupted. I knew.
No, now you've mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo. It's only because of something. Obviously, with the whole Victor Osimhen stuff that's happened yesterday, and obviously I've looked at what people have been saying because I made a mistake without knowing. I went to compare what Cristiano Ronaldo had,
Done in the past.
yeah, the stories with Manchester United, Ten Hag, and I compared it to Victor Osimhen, and look, I saw a comment. Somebody said, I was watching the video, and the moment I heard Cristiano Ronaldo, I just switched off my phone. And you need to see people telling me, Klinton, oh, shut up, don't mention Ronaldo, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to go into Osimhen right now, man.
I don't think you're wrong, though. Cristiano Ronaldo decided to do a sit-down interview.
Well, exactly.
Throw everyone
Thank you.
under the bus.
Thank you, Sarah.
Like,
thank
that
you.
was on
Tell
him.
Tell them.
He chose to be public
Yes.
about his dirty laundry.
Yes.
So we are allowed to speak about it. That's the only
Yes.
point. I understand.
No, but that's the thing. Now they don't see that this way on social media, right? They just feel
Yeah, but
like,
you
nah,
know how the
shouldn't mention
Ronaldo
the
stands are. They're
Yeah, no, I know.
die hard. And listen, I get it. But
Ronaldo fans, I think they need to see some mental health. No, sorry. Right. No. I didn't say that. I didn't say Ronaldo fans, I apologize. That's not how I meant it. What I'm trying to say is that you don't need to see any you need to see just see a doctor, man. Don't see any kind of therapist. Fam, they need help, man. Jesus Christ.
You sent me.
Jesus Christ, man. Like, fam, they need to chill. Ronaldo fans need to chill.
If the comments were popping off yesterday,
Yeah.
they're gonna be
Get him,
even worse.
boys.
Listen, trust me, Ronaldo could take a gun, right? Shoot 5 people in this room right now. Ronaldo fans will give you 5 reasons why what he
Don't be
did
saying
was
that.
right.
Don't
They will tell
say
you that. They will tell you that they deserve to die. Yeah, for
Okay,
Ronaldo
don't
to
say that,
shoot
don't
them,
say that,
for
don't say
Ronaldo to shoot them, they deserve it. Yeah, some people might even tell me, oh, he's unprofessional. By the way, guys, I am not a professional. Okay, guys,
I'm a professional
No,
footballer.
I'm a professional footballer off the pitch, off the pitch, off the
I think that's what you said. I'm a professional footballer.
No, but we need to go back to that quote. I feel like,
Yeah, that's your new Instagram bio. I'm a
yes.
professional footballer, ...
Yes.
off the pitch.
Yeah, okay. I like that one.
There you go. All right, guys. So, again, tomorrow we will be previewing Turkey and Georgia and Portugal and Czechia, the final match day 1s, and then we go into match day 2. Very exciting. We're already, through a little chunk here. It feels like we're getting there. Things are going to start heating up. But yes, we will be back again, same time, same place tomorrow. So follow all of our socials, like, subscribe, come on the European journey with us, like I keep telling you to, as well as Thursday, we are going live again for the big one. Italy and Spain. Sporty Live will also be covering that match, pre-match, post-match. It's going to be great. So make sure you check in on Thursday as well. But for now, enjoy all the football. Kylian Mbappe, let's see what you can do with France this evening, and we'll be back tomorrow.